Life is a better place if you choose to set the pace. I know that it comes with ups and downs. On a daily we have to fight, try to live and to survive. Another day to get the drive. At Spicy with Phina, we understand all your pain. You'll be fine, you'll be okay. You'll be fine. You'll be okay. You'll be fine. You'll be okay. Spicy with Phina.
The society begs for answers to many questions regarding marriage and one's relationship and responsibility towards their extended families. On today's episode of Spicy with Phina, we'll look at the struggles a man faces as his wife makes a request of him to be responsible for her own extended family. The question now is, how does this man handle this situation? By the way, is that supposed to even come from the wife in the first place? Let's get to meet my guest, and when we come back, I'll give you a full lowdown of what the story of today is all about. I'll be right back.
At Spicy with Phina, we understand all your pain.
Tinola Ibibami is an accomplished family and property lawyer and a dedicated teen coach with a passion for helping families navigate legal complexities and supporting teenagers through their transformative years. With her extensive legal expertise and empathetic approach, she is a trusted advisor and mentor to both her clients and the young individuals she coaches. Ovie is widely known by the stage name Ovie the Generous. He is a comedian and a prolific MC who is very resourceful for all types of events. He is the CEO of Generous Entertainment and a proud ambassador to Alibaba Spontaneity, being one of the winners in the third edition organized by Alibaba himself. Ovie the Generous was also the winner of the prestigious WAP TV Talent Hunt in the 2012 edition. He has performed on stage with the likes of Akpororo, AY, Funnybone, and a host of others.
At Spicy with Phina, we understand all your pain.
Welcome back. It's this Spicy with Phina. As you can see, my guests are already seated. Tinu, how are you?
I'm fine.
I like your earring. As much as it's tiny, not as big as mine, but I like it.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you.
Good to have you. How are you doing today?
I'm very well, thank you. Ovie. It's really, I would say, it's a privilege, to have you on our set. Thank you so much for coming.
Your name is everywhere. So you just have to.
I don't blow with that now. I don't blow with that. Okay, so I have a story. Let's just jump into the story. I'll read it and then we can have a conversation. Yeah?
Okay.
My wife and I have a joint account. Things were not rosy few months after our wedding, but after the birth of our first child, a boy, things got better. Our savings became better. Since my wife knows my salary, she keeps pressurizing me to help her siblings. Don't get me wrong, I do help them, but she wants me to do more. I haven't built a house or invested in anything, but she wants me to use the money to stabilize her family. I'm the only child of my family, but I feel we should be able to, stabilize our own family first before giving out a little to the extended family. What is the best way to go about this issue? I'm confused. When I saw this story, I'm like, okay, when you leave your father and your mother and you cleave to this man, like the Bible says, you become one flesh.
Yes.
And as such, for me, the way I think, I should be thinking about my husband, and if we have children, my husband and my children. I think that should come first before we start talking about your extended family, your mom, your dad. everybody have different opinion.
Exactly.
But for me, I love my family. I love my mom. I love my brothers. I love my dad. May his soul rest in peace. But as I'm married now, my nuclear family should be my,
Priority.
But for this lady, I think it's a different ballgame entirely. Because for her to be pressurizing her husband, for him to help her extended family, I need your reaction towards it. Do you think the lady is in her right position to, get her husband to help her own extended family? Or you think I need to, get your reaction towards the story, Tinu.
Okay, for me, extended family, marriage in Africa, if you want to look at the concept of marriage,
okay,
marriage in Africa is different from marriage in the American family.
Okay.
Here in Africa, when two people are married, the two families come together as one.
Okay.
So the marriage is uniting the both families together. So now, coming to the area of how to treat the extended family after marriage. These are one of the important things that I think couples should talk about even before they marry. Because the truth of this matter is that there are lots of people out there that their mother, their parent gave birth to like 15 children. The father is like married like 3 wives and stuff like that.
So the family.
So how do you come in to that kind of family?
To help.
And for me, handling that kind of situation for a man, if I will advise you, there should be a certain percentage you should discuss with your partner.
I'm really gonna go there because I have a question that regards to that. Because it takes two to tango. But first, let me hear obvious reaction. If your wife mounts pressure on you to help her own family when you guys are not properly stable as husband and wife, what will your reaction be?
Yeah, as a content creator, we use this meme. May God not allow them to kill you. So for me, I just believe if the man dies today, life goes on. The family will survive.
Definitely.
So I know if I can't kill myself. So if you as my wife, you're mounting pressure on me, my sister, don't be angry. I will return the pressure to you.
You go mount and make
Back
sure
to
your
back.
family.
Exactly, because everyone is a go. So, just kill me before my time. So, I think it has to do with personal dealings, though. If you are the type that normally gives, I think when you give, I have this belief, like when I give, God always replaces it. So, if the man has such heart, he can try it. Or if he doesn't have the faith, or if the pressure is too much, some family, I don't want to talk because there are some places in Nigeria where you go marry.
Wait, on this, I think I have an experience of someone very close to me.
Okay.
When he was married at first, he's the firstborn of like 12 children. He's the man. Now it's not even the woman, it's the man. So there's this prayer of being the first child. My sister have to go to school, brothers, parents, and all that. Okay. And eventually the father fell sick and he was taking care of both his nuclear family, the extended family, and the wife is now mounting prayer. Where do we come in? Now, the problem now is that eventually, after all his sacrifices, it is still this same extended family that said, what have you achieved since your years of service?
They didn't see all he was.
They forgot all his sacrifices and all those things. So in dealing with extended family, there's always a way around it.
So
you should be very
actually
smart.
Take me to my next question. As couple, do you think people should sit down together and say, okay, for your family, your family is my family is your family. But are you guys supposed to have a conversation and say, okay, you know what, every month, this is what we should be saving aside to give them? Or whenever they ask, this is what, should the couple be in agreement as regards to whatever it is they give to the extended family? Let me hear you, Ruby.
Okay, so for me, I just feel if the man, because we're looking at it from the angle that the man is actually working, or maybe, there are different kind of work. Some people, they work, money not they come, but they get waiting, they think they survive. So the country, let's just leave that part. Well, so if you are telling me, babe, let's sit and know how to save money for my family, my sister, when I marry you, I not marry family. So not just even reason the thing, say I must focus on family, or say let me focus on my own personal family first.
Okay, so your own view now is your personal family.
Exactly. Let me start with my children first of all.
I think you think,
me,
because you said when you marry the family. So are you saying if it's you would have assumed, you would have pressurized your husband to help your family even when you guys are not stabilized?
Now, note now, when I'm saying extended family, I'm saying for parents, if you are married, your parents, like now, my father is about 57, 58.
Okay.
And you understand what I'm saying? Extended family in this realm, I'll be saying parents.
Okay.
There should be a fixed amount monthly. For me, it might not be much. Giving back to parents, you don't have to have much to be able to give back.
Of course.
For both parents, you both can agree. Oh, sweetheart, let's do 20K for both parents. If you divide it, 10 here, 10 there.
10 there, yeah.
You are good to go. It doesn't have to be an exorbitant amount and just something
I
little.
think I buy that idea to an extent, because I keep telling my siblings, as much as we all grew up together, at this point in our lives where all of us are, in fact, majorly all of us are married, whatever I do for you, I do it because I want to do it.
Yeah.
Don't have that sense of entitlement that you should do it. You're married, go and face your responsibility. But you see, our parents, they are like, every month we ensure that they are fine, because at this point we don't want them to work anymore. My mom, I told her, no, you don't have to work anymore.
Even for me, even though parents are working, one of my colleagues that will finish law school together, she lost her father 2nd of January this year.
Oh.
So imagine postponing giving him something. You regret for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
So
like,
no matter how little,
for your parent, though.
you understand, it doesn't have to be big.
I just feel it has to do with personal principle. Like me now, I have my principle.
Okay.
Exactly.
So as a man, if you don't have principle, it will definitely affect you in life.
Of course.
So seeing things around me already made my own principle. Like, okay, when growing up, when money start coming in, this is what we do. Even if my family asks me, if you ask me of 10K, not like I don't have the 10K, but I will send you 5K. It's my principle. May you know say I dey hustle for the money. May you know say I must your right. Say every month to Uncle go dey drop 10K. Because I don't know, we just have this belief, especially in our country. Once you do 10K, somebody will
say you get plenty.
Your mama increase that. Bros, now 15K be this problem. Before you know, you start expanding.
Okay, let's look at you being one with your wife and your husband. Is it fair for one person to make the other feel guilty that you don't want to help my family, even when you know the situation of things? So is it fair to emotionally blackmail? Because there are some that is actually emotionally blackmail. You just want every now and then you chip it to him, and you're not helping my brother, you're not helping even when you know that your brother is useless. I'm sorry to say, but some people, you just know that the boy or the girl does not want to make anything out of their life.
Yeah.
So is it okay for couple to blackmail each other just to get what they want, or they should be, be on each other's side?
For me, I think that is where transparency comes in.
Okay.
If you love your wife, you should be transparent enough to let her know a lot of things. That is if you understand her, where courtship comes in first before you get married. You already know, because it has to do with left and right. If you are a spender, your wife should be a saver. If your wife is a spender, you have to be a saver. So in such situation, I will just tell you, my wife, now the money be this, because I already know her. I know she's a saver. But if she's the type that normally spend, trust me, I have my principle. I will have like 4 accounts, run 2 for corner. Show you 2, because I know if you can't die.
Okay, before you chip in, we have to go on a quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue. So we have to go on a quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue on this interesting conversation. We'll be right back.
At Spicy with Phina, we understand all the pains.
So welcome back. It's still Spicy with Phina. We've been having a very interesting conversation as regards to a man who is confused, as the wife wants him to help her own extended family. So another question I have for both of you. You know this whole scenario about bringing money home, helping your own nuclear family as well as the extended one. So let's look at some men that does not make enough, but yet the woman mounts pressure on them. and also look at those men who makes enough and lies that just the same way you said you will get for account. So now tell me, how can the couple arrange their finances and also help extended family without it jeopardizing their own finance, their own savings? How can you sit down with your wife and plan your finances? From it, you're still helping your extended family, but yet it's not affecting the running of your home. How best do you think that can be handled?
Okay, so I think at this point, it's like I said, we have two questions there.
Yes.
Which is the man that makes enough or doesn't bring the money.
There are such
home.
people, isn't it?
Yes, a lot. Like the last event I attended, like a widow's hangout.
Okay.
So I was opportune to listen to some of their testimony. So one woman was saying, I don't know the kind man want marry you. As a job born, in Ote, my husband be the buy carton for outside country. The man is wealthy. Oh. I don't know if I'm allowed to. He's an Igbo man. So,
go ahead.
Yes. So the woman was like, after he buy the tea finish, he go open account. He not use me on my pikin. No. He use him brother as next of king.
That's unfair.
Okay, now look at it from this angle. This man got married to this woman. He left his children. He left his wife. He didn't use them as next of king.
Friends, family, extended family.
Friends, family. So you think it's clear high. Okay.
What could have happened to him?
When they do mumu, now mumu kill him.
Not be mumu kill him.
Now mumu kill him.
Not be mumu
How
kill
you go get children? You get children.
But for me, I don't think that doesn't make any
sense. Cannot rest in peace. Let's even be.
That man will rest in peace.
Now you want scatter for.
That man will rest in peace because the wife.
Now the children are orphans. They have been thrown away from their father's property.
When I say
they have been distributed like
candles. Let's look deep into that. Why do you think you be man?
Yes.
What if you make man use another person in brother, in friend as next of kin?
You guys think this world is just like this? It's no more like this, oh.
You don't change shape.
It's very deep.
I want to know how
when the man is acting funny, you as a woman, what are you supposed to do?
As deep as these things is, Oga, yes. That is why we even have banks.
Okay.
That is why you have banks.
You are looking at it from the physical angle. I'm trying to remind you of the spiritual angle also.
Let's hear you. Let's hear Ovie completely. I really want to
know. Now, listen, let me coach you. Life is all about training.
Okay, coach me, Oga.
Yes.
I want you.
So this man has been going through this. Now, when they got married, the marriage was rosy.
Okay.
They were traveling. For the woman, I don't know how many kids they have, but for them to have gotten such number of kids, then the marriage is very smooth. But all of a sudden, things started changing. Oh. For the man not to use the woman as next of kin. The woman is supposed to know, like, okay, village people don't own system, they work very fast. Okay. So, Madam Phina, I'm putting this question back to you directly. You are married. Yes, by the grace of God, you are married. So now, you understand your husband, and your husband also understands you.
Of course.
So if he has money, you know. If you have money, he knows.
Of course.
So the moment you see your husband changing, say, babe, this one way you know they tell me about your account again. What will you do?
And for me, I believe the spiritual controls the physical for me.
You see,
but for some other people, they just now life, Jared. They know they. But for me,
you guys are I
will tackle it both ways.
You guys are not coming back to son of a praying mother. You see, we are coming back.
See, let's be sincere with ourselves. As much as if there's anything, I will tell you. Like I used to have this testimony that me or where I am today is by God, is by prayer. Like I don't joke with my prayer life. But in these things, let's be sincere with ourselves. Majority of what many people are facing in their homes have been happening during courtship.
During courtship?
Yes.
So you think
person where you date.
Okay.
Person where you date. You tell us my mama dey sick. He say get well soon. You get to tell the talk.
Okay.
You know the meaning of get well soon. Even if na 2K.
Tinu, if I want to get your point right, you said some of these things can be corrected during courtship, which means guy wey stingy, you know the time wey dey date her. That was why I was telling you that if we now ended up getting married, and you're talking about transparency and trust, if while we're courting before we became married, you don't think I am transparent enough, or you don't think you trust me enough, why do life with me? Now that you've chosen to do life with me, we die here.
Okay.
You got to tell me what I need to know.
But the truth of
But
this
let's not go too
the
far.
truth
Because
of
this man,
matter is that
this man needs
extended
advice.
family, like for me, I think I would like to just run my own points with this.
Round it with what you advise the man, because that's my next question to you. Let me hear what your final take on this topic is
My
like
own
to the
final
man.
take is that as a family, husband and wife,
Okay.
sweetheart, you are the first priority. There's order of priority list. If you look at scale of preference,
Okay.
number one like this is the wife and the husband. Okay. Once you marry a selfish woman, or you marry a selfish man, you're already doomed. Let's be sincere with ourselves.
Okay.
So these things can actually be corrected in courtship.
Okay.
Why praying? See, you remember Pastor Phoebe go talk about pray with your eyes opened. No, they close and say, God said. I know, yes, God said. God talks. You understand that God talks. But when your own God is not telling you that, say, man, when no fit buy you ordinary pure water. Now you go marry. When you rethink which God is talking to you. Or the man that is telling you, without my mother, I cannot breathe. My younger sister is my kidney. My so is my... You should know how to place this. There are things, there are issues that can actually be corrected.
So what's your final take to the man?
So my final take is that make your nuclear family your priority. So
you're telling the woman now, if she's watching.
Yes, if you're watching and you've been the one carrying my father, my mother, and my sisters and brothers, me, I no lie you. Now only you waka come.
Exactly.
Because the truth is that if anything happens to either your husband or your children, now only you go bear them. Have you heard of many widows where they stay under bridge? They go tell you how they help their brother will go abroad, help this will go abroad. Oga, support your wife. Support your wife, and wife, support your husband. You wish the house is going to.
Exactly.
Now you dictate. If the house will run smoothly, now the woman.
So if I want to drive your point home, you're saying the woman should take her nuclear family as number one, which means her husband and her children should be number one before every other comes. So working together with her husband should be top notch on her chart. Thank you very much. Let me hear your final.
All right, she's a barrister. I put it to you, subsection 5, line 16. that was being amendment in 1992.
You talk your own part.
As my fellow man, just come, sit down with me and listen to me.
Okay.
Once you are earning 500K, my brother, 500K, how many men they even hand that money in
Nigeria?
Let's use 100K as...
Okay, let's just work with 100K.
150, 100.
Yeah, 150, 100. Once you earn 100K, do one like this.
Okay.
50 for you and your family.
Okay.
15.2 for your clothing. 10.2 for family feeding. The money don't come down.
What will be the 200?
Why that 200?
That's 200.
Like I'm not
200 is for VAT.
Okay, now for transportation.
For VAT.
Okay, continue.
If you go Paga, if you go POS, you go pay charge. So just they take them as your charge.
Okay.
15.2, 10.2.
Okay.
Place them one by one.
Okay.
Then 5.2 for family problem. Because normally they finish.
They finish.
So if we're looking at 5.2 from
15, 10.
Yeah. That means you're not even you're talking about a scale of 100% now.
It should be like 5%.
50% should be for the family.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
Your family.
Yes.
Then the other 50%, when you say 5 to, you're talking about, it's not even up to 1%. Is it up to 1%?
That is my principle. I'm not picking up
it should be like 5%.
Because I want to do it in terms of percentage in case the man is earning more than 100K. So you are saying just bring out something and keep for the family. But small. Okay, very small.
I'm not picking myself.
Okay, I see
small,
what you mean.
Very small.
Okay.
I cannot go beyond that.
Okay.
Now union
out
price,
of 100,000, you can't talk say more than 10,000, more than 5. What do you want to? What do you want shop? Person will get wife, get children. 5,000 don't do.
5,000. Okay, una two agree. So if I want to drive your point home,
okay,
you are advising the man, regardless of the pressure coming from the wife.
Yeah,
he should prioritize his own family, which is the wife. That same wife now where they fight for other people, and the children, which is his nuclear family. So the man should stick by them.
Madam,
and stick. Then for the woman, sorry,
The woman let her work and add to the 5,000
No.
she wanted more.
Okay, that I see what you mean.
cut.
So that I see what you mean. That means
work
if she
and
wants
add.
her family to be helped,
Yes.
she should go and be working and be
Work
making her
and
money
add to
and
what
add
your
to what the
husband
husband
is
is
bringing.
using. But her pressure should not push the man off balance.
Exactly.
The man should stand on her feet. That's what you guys are trying to say.
Yeah. Exactly.
And
Thank
to
you
round
so
it
much.
up, if my father-in-law is doing well, let's take for instance Dangote.
You got that
That one I can always support their family back to back.
And also support you.
Yes,
front to front.
You get maybe.
Thank you so much, guys. You guys have done so well.
Like
Thank you. We've even exceeded our time.
Wow.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for
Thank you
coming.
for having me.
I'm so glad you guys came. We have something for you as usual. Spicy with Phina will always have something for our
Really, I cannot wait. I like gifts.
Not be on a walk before.
You
I
will
like
say
gift.
You will say you go. You initially you will say if you marry me, you marry my family. Now you can't
Yeah.
change my say 5,000 or
So when are
You
they
don't
talking-
get you marry me, so
This
we
is
will
from
love
Spicy with
ourselves.
Phina.
Wow, this is beautiful.
Thank you.
I love it.
I was supposed to be duvet. Yeah.
Now do what you want.
You go fear Duvier now.
Oh.
It's still Spicy with Phina Chopilo.
Thank
Thank
you
you
very
so
much.
much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I have to, in fact, we have to go. I really want to say something about this topic because for women, we have to learn to understand that when you leave your family, your husband and your children becomes your number one priority, like they said. So if you're the writer of this letter, don't let the pressure from your wife move you off balance. Don't let the pressure from your wife, make you prioritize other people over your family. You are the head of the home. You have to stand on your ground and ensure that your nuclear family are properly stabilized before you think about other people. Yes, we will help, but not at the detriment of your own immediate family. Until I come your way again next time with another interesting episode of Spicy with Phina. Thank you so much for watching. I want you to please follow us on all our social media platforms, on IG, on Facebook at Spicy with Phina. If you have stories that you would like to share on the show, please kindly send your stories to spicywithphina@gmail.com. And if you would like to come on the show, please call the numbers on the screen. I have to go now. I love you all.
You'll be okay. You'll be fine. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. Spicy with Phina is a talk show that addresses life issues. Free to share with us.